Welcome to the Bob and Tim Show.
And our excellent adventures.
And pating
Nation.
to all of you out there because we're getting ready for our big event in 2023 at the Buffalo Chip. So we're going to talk about that. We got the prices up. You can go to our Facebook pages. We have all that information out there. So go check that out. And we're going to kind of just run through it real quick to let people know instead of having to go look for something, we'll tell you up front.
There you go.
You also can go to buffalochip.com and you can get this information. So where we're staying at in our location, if you want to be with us, they got 50 amp service there. It's called the RV Deep Lakesides. They're 25 by 50 feet long. So they're going to run $750 for the price. If you go to the website and go to locations, you can see that. The other thing that we want to talk about is, the RVs. They've got two prices going right now. They have
These are your ones you can rent.
Yes, rental. You still have to buy your campsite and you still got to get your pass. This is just for a camper. So for a used one, they're running $29.60 for the full rally and pre. It's whatever your badge is for, is whatever it is. So if you get there for the pre-rally, that's all included in that price. We're also going to check if you want to come a couple days early. That should also be in that price too, but we'll get you that information. So $29.60 is for the used one. If you want a brand new model, it's going to run you $3,310. So that's that. We're going to talk a little bit about the passes. So right now for the early bird special for July 31st through the August 13th, that's the full rally and the pre-rally. It's running $295. And of course, all these prices do have to add taxes with it. If you're going to do just the rally, the 5th through the 13th of August, it's going to run you $275. If you want to get a pass that goes from the 7th to the 13th, it's going to run you $250. So a lot of people are asking, hey, is there other options? Yes, they have 3-day passes up. So you can go from like the 4th and the 6th. You can go the 7th and the 9th. You can go the 10th and the 12th. They're all the same price. It's $185 for a 3-day pass. If you just want to come out for Monday for the big beach party and all that, it's $60 for that day. That's July 31st. I think it's a pre-rally day they open up. They have a whole lot of other prices on here too. If you want to come out on August 1st and be in the campground, what ends up being with these, when they're telling you it's a campground admission, early Wednesday beach for August 2nd, you get to do all the events there. So if there's a concert at the stage, you get that too. Because the way the passes work at the Buffalo Chip is you're not buying concert tickets. You are buying
a camping pass.
That's right.
The concerts are free.
Yep. So if you get a pass with a bracelet, you can stay all night. You can bring a tent, you can bring a sleeping bag, you can sleep on a neighbor's picnic bench, whatever you want.
So lay right out there in front of the stage and pass out after the concert.
So they've got a whole bunch of ones that go from the 1st. Well, you can actually start on the 31st, a 1-day pass, August 1st, August 2nd, August 3rd, August 4th. Those all are running. As it gets longer into the weekend, the prices start out at $60. Once you get to the 4th, it gets to $65 because, of course, on the weekend, Saturday is going to be the big night. So you can get a 1-day pass for August 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. So all the days that are there, you can get a
1-day pass.
1-day pass.
Because like Mohawk Mike, he's going to come out and he says, hey, I'm only going to be there 2 days. Can I do that? Well, yes, you can. If he knows the 2 days he's going to be there, he can just go ahead and book them and then get his pass. And then he can come in. And I think he's going to sleep in a tent. I think he slept in a tent when he came up last year.
I think he did too.
And he can sleep right next to us. So if he wants right there on the spot with us.
Because with the tent, with the bracelet and the $60, $65, depending on what day, if you're only coming in for 1 day, you can get that. Now, we don't know yet on our schedule what our events are going to be because we don't know what the CHIPS events are going to be. So, like I say, we talk to people. We're going to talk to them. If you're renting a trailer, we can find out about coming in early. I do want to know on the campsites that when you pay for it, you're paying for pre-rally all the way to the end of the rally. Now, if you want to come in extra days, they're going to charge you. You may not have to pay for the trailer, but you will have to pay for an extra day of campsite. So we'll get those rights and stuff to you guys. So right now, that's what we're recommending to everybody. If you want to be in the section we're in, and I say, hey, I've got a trailer, I'm going to rent a trailer. So we kind of told you the prices there.
Does how much you have to put down? Does it have?
I don't know. Usually that's what it is. Usually
I think that's what we did a couple of years ago. We had to pay half up front and then the other half on X day, whatever day that was. I don't remember.
Yeah, you can call. You can actually call and check on that and see if you want to. They have that. I don't know if you're buying just a pass, if they're giving you any option, if you're buying the one, the the $295 that you're only going to buy a pass, I don't think for $300 they're going to give you an option to
Oh,
pay.
yeah.
But
But I
if you're
mean, if
getting
you're
a,
trying to get the
yeah, so
campsite and a
like us,
trailer.
we paid $1,500 and something in 2021 to stay there, and I paid half down, I think, when we got it, and then they had a day you had to pay, like, I don't know, it was like
the rest of
March or April, whatever it was.
it.
I had to send the rest of the money in, and they don't resell your side anyway, so as long as
Yeah.
you pay. But I'm not saying that. Well, we'll give you more information later on. If you guys want to wait, I can't guarantee anything, but I would say the prices of the passes are probably not going to go up before the end of the month of October. Normally, unless he's got a really big concert, but normally what they do at the Buffalo Chip is they go a couple of months on this pre-rally price. They're going to advertise, they're going to do a lot of stuff, and they're going to let people know. If nothing else, I would buy my pass today. And if I'm bringing a trailer, I'd go ahead and get the 750 if you want to be in our spot. That's 50 amp. If you got a 30, if you got 30 amp, I don't know if there's we'll have to call and ask if it's a 30 amp plug there too. If not, you might need to get you an adapter. We always carry that with us because you never know what you got to have. But I only got one. And because we run 30 amp, if we only run one air. So you got 50 amp. So if you got a trailer, you got 2 airs on it, you can run them there. 3 airs should do pretty good. So we're in a nice area. You can actually go to their, you can go to our Facebook page too, and you can see the pictures. I took them off of the website to show you can actually see the location we're looking at. So actually, there's a lot more spots than you thought.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There could be,
Well,
when I counted only 10, and I wasn't even a quarter way through it. So there's probably 50 spots at least, if not more, in that area. I didn't count them all up. And so there's some areas there. So it's kind of neat. We wanted to come on this morning and just tell everybody about those prices. So the full rally price right now for a pass is $295 for the whole rally, pre-rally and all. So that's not a bad price. Like I say, we paid like $275 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So, just going up $20, 70, 89, yeah, $20, that's not a bad deal. And of course, there's going to be tax on that. So it's going to take you over $300 by the time you pay
Probably.
your taxes and stuff.
But the earlier you buy, the less tax you'll
That's
pay
right.
because if you wait till you get to Sturgis to buy them, they increase. I don't know if anybody knows this. They increase the tax the month of August from the 4.8, whatever it is.
I think it's like 5.2 or something is what tax is right now. And then they go to almost 10% during the rally time, that month of August. And I don't know if they opened it up in July. I don't know when the tax jumps, but it does go up. So it is more expensive for you. The city makes more money. They got more expenses and all that. So that's a whole nother story. But we wanted to come on today. I was going to do a short, and we knew we wouldn't be able to get it out enough. Didn't have time to edit because we're heading to California to watch the boys play football.
Yep.
So we're going to leave just in a few minutes to hit the road, check on that. And so that's what we'll be doing. We got a bunch of videos coming up tonight. You can hit all those. They'll come up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the
I'm-
Clint's on. And he says he's first. They're all fighting to get to be first. Dale's on. Emery says he's on the train to Daytona Beach. So
Did you put your bike on the train? No, I mean, there's a lot of guys that are doing that.
I don't know.
That somebody said it was $300, $3 something to haul your bike down the coast.
Yeah.
Not a bad deal. If that's what it saves you from, plus you get there.
I'll be praying for good weather because I've heard there might be some rain coming. So I'll be praying for sunshiny skies.
It's a less crowd in Daytona. We've gotten some pictures.
Mike's on.
We've been talking to some of you down there in Daytona already. And so we've kind of found out that there, not as many vendors down there this year. Cackleberry looks kind of scarce for vendors. Not a lot of campers. So it's like, hey, if you're coming to the last minute, you want to go to Cackleberry, there's some mud and there's some it's not so bad. So it is mud down there, and they got a little swimming hole in the back. So that
pond.
Yeah, so it's still, but I mean, hey, there's enough spots that look like when he drove through, the best I could see from his camera, from his phone, it looked like it wasn't too bad. I didn't see anybody sinking. But I mean, if you've got a big enough truck to pull yourself out, don't get way back there in the back and try to get away from everybody
Especially
else.
if it rains some more. So.
And a lot of a lot of hotels have canceled. We've heard if you're on hotels.com or Priceline, any of them, Trivia, whatever it is, your rooms may not be there. A lot of them book it on I think what a lot of those companies do is they automatically get like 10 rooms from this hotel every day, and they book those rooms. Well, if the hotel's closed, they just keep booking them. So you want to definitely make sure you've recontacted with them. Because we just got a room in Rapid City, and I got an email came back from me from the hotel that said, "Hey, welcome. We're coming, waiting for you. Your room will be ready. Anything you need, here's our personal phone number." So if you get something like that, at least you got a phone number you can call and say, "Hey, I'm there. I'm on my way."
Are you still there? It's not burned down or
condemned? One hotel got condemned.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Down in Florida, we were there one year.
I just heard now.
Oh,
Somebody
really?
told me.
Oh, yeah, that Hawaiian one.
And
It
they're
must
probably,
have been an old hotel.
well, if the seawall went down and the water went into the hotel, then mold and all that, you don't want to be nowhere near none of that stuff. So today was all about telling you about the Buffalo Chip opening day. So you can call if you can get through. You can talk to the girls there. They're probably, the phones are probably ringing off crazy.
Kathy and
But
Cheryl.
they've redone the website, it looks like, and it was really easy for me to go in and see the stuff. Now I didn't sign up to buy anything yet. Our stuff, we already called them. They already got our stuff already figured out what we're supposed to get and all that, and we'll take care of that when we get there. And so we're okay, but we know where, because that's what I said. When somebody called, George called this morning and wanted to know, is for sure, is that where you guys are at? And yes, that is where we're at. We're in that area. The sooner you book that camp area, the more you're guaranteed. I don't know how many people go in that area every year, because that's what they asked.
And when they book.
When we said we wanted that, they said, is there any chance you'd take another area? And we're like, no, that's what I want. I want that, or I want nothing. So they're like, okay. So tell us how many you have. So right now we have 20 spots saved for us. 19 minus us. So 20 spots is what we put down. We've already got about 14 or 15 of you that said you're very, very interested and probably going to go in that area and they want more information. We're probably not, just to be honest with you, we're probably not going to get any better price on anything. But the point we're looking for is some freebie stuff. So we're hoping to get some deals and get some stuff. You know, maybe we'll get some front row passes to get up front. Maybe we'll get some VIP stuff. Maybe we'll have some private party areas that we can do stuff before concerts and stuff. Maybe we can have that beer party that we want to have at the campground. Maybe we can get them to furnish a grill and we can have a big barbecue and stuff for us guys and girls. So we got a lot of things planned. And so that's mainly, I'm not, because when you look at the Buffalo Chip, why would they want to give us something, discount us if
they're going to sell it anyway?
Yeah, they sold out last year. So the odds are probably as these years go closer to the 85th, it's going to quiet down. The 84th is going to be a lot less people than what the 83rd will be.
Which is what this one is.
Yeah. So we want to get in here, and if this works out, we may do it in the next couple of years. I don't know. We'll see how this all turns out this year and everything. Everybody has a good time, has fun, and we'll probably pick up more people next year that want to do it. And it may end up eventually, which the Buffalo Chip had said something about it. Maybe this will they'll rename it to the Bob and Tam's area. And that'll be our spot until we decide to quit doing this stuff. So be kind of neat. It'd be a lot of fun. And I think this is going to be really neat this year, 2023, because we will be on the Chips property most of the time. So that way you guys can be there. If you want to be with us and do stuff with us, that's great. If you don't, you can go do your own stuff. That's, we'll have an agenda of things that we're going to be doing. It's like we talk about filming now. We don't film. If we're going to go up and watch the stunt show, we don't film an hours with the stunt show. I need footage to put a video out, and then we need some footage.
And it's 8-minute video.
Well, we also need footage for next year. Because what we're hoping to do is have like every Monday will be Buffalo Chip Day. And we will put a video out about Buffalo Chip. We'll talk about what's going on and all that starting next year. This year we still may have some of that, but we just don't have a lot of footage of that. We may be relying on them to send us stuff. And that's a lot of the stuff we're going to iron out with them when we get up there. But we're going to kind of, yeah, so we're going to kind of talk to them about what's going on. Here's some fun things we'd like to do. And you're probably not going to, which is, it's a 2-day meeting. So one day we're going to tell them things that we want, and then the next day they're going to come back and say, okay, here's what you can do, and here's what we want.
Here's what you can do. Here's what you can't do. Here's what we're offering. And
yeah, it'll be kind of neat, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And we just want to give you guys all the heads up so we know the exact price now. For the full rally pass, it's $295. If you want to do a daily pass, they're between $60 and $65, depending on the day it is. The first Saturday is always going to be the biggest concert. So you really want to spend, if you're only going to, if like Neil, you're only going to come out and the odds are Saturday night's going to be your best concert, spend the $65 and get the ticket. And then you're there for that whole day. And probably that day, we will probably be on the property all day long. Because either Friday or Saturday, we'll probably do the barbecue and stuff like that, probably. Because more people are there during the first week than is the second weekend. So second weekend, we may end up, if it gets really slow, we might do more rides or something and go do some fun stuff like that. So at that, we're going to leave you right here because we just wanted to come out and give you some great information about the Buffalo Chip. You can go to buffalochip.com and all the information is there. It comes right up on your phone. I'm going to show you a picture there first. So it brings you right up. Oh, you got to click out. Oops, went too far. You on too much stuff here. All right, so it brings you up to that page. Kind of got a glare on it. The lines are open. And then all you do is you just You go down here, you scroll down, and it says, "Hey, I'm interested in getting my pass." So that's the first thing you hit is right here on the top. You hit passes, and that opens up, and it comes right up to there, and it gives you all the different prices for those passes.
So you can do all this online, or you can call the girls and talk to them.
If you just want to do the 5th through the 13th, it's only $275. So you can stay
So-
with tax everything and probably be under $300.
Mohawk Mike was on. So if you know the days you're going to be in Sturgis, you can buy that 2 or 3 day pass.
Yeah.
Right now, and it'll be cheaper for you.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you bring your tent or whatever, you can just throw it up right next to our trailer. That's fine.
Yeah. So if you do the first weekend or the August 1st, well, actually through the 31st through the 3rd, leave on the 4th. That's the days that are only $60. So that's all pre-rally, I guess, pre-stuff. So not a whole lot. There won't be any big concerts during that time. So once the concert starts, that's when they jump to 65 on August 4th. That Friday night, that's official night of the rally opens. So it's 65.
Say hi to your sister.
Hi, sister. What you say? Hi, sister.
She wants
I
to
have
know
one
how you're
sister.
doing.
I'm alive and breathing.
And we're going out to California to see the kids and the
Yeah.
boys.
You missed
Well,
some.
half of them. I'm trying to get Kimberly.
He might get my brother to come out here. He's thinking about driving out here in December to help me with my electrical
You
in my
need
garage.
to put a bug in his butt.
He's
and
actually
tell him
thinking
to
about it. I
come.
actually called him back the other day, and I couldn't believe he was actually considering it. They're thinking about driving out so they can bring the dog with them. And so he's gonna
They
come
got
out.
a needy dog, like we used to have.
No, worse than what we had. You probably already know about the dog.
Anyway.
So that's what we wanted to tell you today. Give you all the information about the Buffalo Chip. If you want to be involved, you don't know what's going on, or hey, you just want to go to the Buffalo Chip and be there while we're there. Mike called today. He's going to get a cabin. He doesn't want to deal with the tent or with the trailer. So he's going to be pretty close to us in a cabin. So he just booked it now. He just called this morning and booked that. Let us know. Make sure everything was good. So he's all good there. So we got some other neat stuff that we're going to be doing during the Buffalo Chip. He told something that he'd like to have done during that time, and
We're trying to make it happen.
we're going to talk about that in another video. And
There's
so
our frames.
pretty neat. So it's all about the Buffalo Chip today. It's all open. It's $295 for the full rally, pre-rally, the whole 9 yards. $295 for a pass. Bring a tent. That's all it's going to cost you, and plus tax. And we talked about the RV prices. They got new and used. You can pick out, and the used look just as fun. I seen that's what George had 2 years ago, and a lot of them are beat up with hail.
The inside looks perfect, pristine, but the outside was like piece of crap.
Yeah, it got
with
hail damage.
But I mean, who's gonna look at the outside?
You want a place to sleep. But I mean, I'm looking at it, I don't know what a cabin runs. I think last time we were looking at one of the average size cabins was over $2,000 there. And I'd rather spend the extra $1,000 for the campsite, to have a shower, a toilet, a refrigerator, microwave, a stove, all the comforts of almost home.
Almost, pretty close.
So that we're going to leave you
compacting.
right here because we got to hit the highway, and I've got a bunch of videos coming out. We got Biketoberfest. We got some videos coming out from last year, re-edited them, and so you can kind of relive that if you're one of us like us sitting at home. And it's kind of nice to rewatch those videos, kind of old school of how we started out doing this. And we might go back and do that back like that again because like those videos went a lot better.
So AA, you get your get your wristbands when you get to the Buffalo Chip.
Yeah.
They don't send them to you. They
don't mail you nothing. So you get a receipt in your email, and that's it. They send you a confirmation in your email that shows your information, and you save that because you got to have. What I do is I always have it printed out on my phone, and when I walk up, you got to show an ID. So whoever's buying the tickets
has to be
at the rally. So if
if
your
grandma's going to pay for your ticket to go there, and grandma ain't going,
you need to get your name.
Tickets.
Your name has to be put on everything. So that way they show your ID, and it says on everything here, there's no refunds at all on anything at the Buffalo Chip. Most campgrounds are that way, unless some natural disaster is going to happen. And so
never know.
So we're all set up. We got everything all set up for us, and we'll be waiting to hear from you guys. How many of you guys get all set up? You can email us. If you're already on our email list, that you've already sent an email and you already told us that, hey, I already booked today, I'm good, then we'll still keep you in touch, but we won't send you because like today, I'm going to go back through and send all the information we just talked about now to those people to show what trailers are going for. What the advantage of having the email with us that you're staying there at the Buffalo Chip, we may tell you a little bit more information on the down low. Because it's stuff we may not be able to say out. Like if there's going to be somebody that's going to be a really great concert, we probably can't tell you who it is, but through the email, we may tell you want to buy a ticket. You want to be there that day. And we'll leave it at that. So with that, we're going to leave you right here in sunny Arizona.
Yep, and it's starting to cool down, so that's a plus.
In the 80s next week.
So it's going to get cold for me. So thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you got some good information out of this. If you're thinking about going, now's the time to buy to save money. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share us with your family and friends. Think about Patreon. Give us a big thumbs up. Ring that bell for notifications, and we'll see you on the next video.
Even if you're not staying in the same area we are, make sure when you call, you tell the girls Bob and Tam is why we're here, because that makes a difference for us, because they want to see what kind of what we're bringing into the chip. And they want to get a lot bigger. They're putting more full hookups. They're going to be putting in. We're going to probably show you some of that on a video in 2 weeks or 3 weeks by the time I get back. Show you some of the improvements they're doing. Maybe we can get them to tell us what they're planning on doing this year. You know, it's all planned because it depends on weather. It could freaking snow up there, and snow could be on the ground for the next 3 and 5 months before Sturgis. It could melt the day before Sturgis starts.
So what you want to do too is, if you're coming, there's no sewer there. So if you buy your dump passes, it's cheaper right now also. And if you want, you can rent a golf cart too. They have golf carts you can rent. You can check into that if you're interested.
Yeah.
There you go.
Which is kind of nice. And so a lot of neat things going on. And you can also, you know, if enough of us stay around that campground in our area, maybe we'll go get one community Johnny on the spot and put in there. And I can get a company lock from what I used to work at the gas company. And I got a bunch of keys for everybody to get a key and master lock. And we could use that. And that'd be kind of nice for people that don't want to take a dump in their trailer and or their own personal camper, or they got a tent. So that's something. And we could all get together. I think it's only a couple $100. And if there's 20 of us, it's $10 a person. You know, that would be your $10 a trailer, or tent, whatever's there. That's cheap to use. Have a nice clean bathroom. There's only a handful of us using it. It's not going to get that bad.
Yeah.
And so that's something to think about. And so yeah, we got a lot of things, and in the next couple of weeks we'll be giving you a lot more information once we've cut down with the chip. And we don't know how many times we'll be going up to the chip between now and Sturgis bike week starts, but we may, depending on weather. And we'll see how it all goes. So with that, we're going to leave you. I don't know, unless we get some really good information, we may not have a live next Wednesday, unless we do one from the garage. If it's not too hot, maybe we'll do a live from the garage.
They should be putting in the driveway then, or doing all the.
Yeah. So it might be kind of neat. Might come on extra early. Maybe come on when it gets dark here around 6. So I don't have any electricity over there yet. They're going to put the pole in. Probably these guys are going to put the pole in for me because I didn't get enough help to help put it in. So with that, we're going to leave you right here. And don't forget, like I say, I get my pass now. If nothing else, if you were planning on going to Sturgis, even if I'm staying someplace else, staying at Kathmandu, and you want to be involved with some of the information. And
just get the weekend pass or that Friday or Saturday, because you never know who the band's going to be. It might be an awesome band.
Or, you know, for $275, you know, I just recommend it. So with that, we're going to leave you right here.
Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on your way out. Bye.
That's right. Thank you. And we'll see you all. And thank all the Pating Nation for hanging out.
Yep. See you soon.
Bye.